So it's another good Sunday. We're going to do some more shiny hunting. Just getting things set up. If it'll let me, there we go. Alright. So today we'll be doing Area 9 and Area 18. I actually haven't been playing this all that much. I went back to Legends Arceus, working on my 100% Pokedex entries. I'm actually doing pretty decent. Some of the more frustrating Pokemon, like Electrode, I'm actually almost done with. So it's always fun doing 40 of a move when there's you can only use it 5 times. But for this area, I'm just kind of running up this ladder because I really want Mawile. It looks like all the really big Pokemon for this area are all visible by climbing up this ladder, except for Kadabra over there. But I'm okay without getting him. Let's see. Can't believe we're already into December. The weekend. It's wild, man. We're gonna blink and Christmas is gonna be over. Trying to get the dog to start using puppy pads again. I put him down yesterday. She hasn't used them yet because we've been home to walk her, but she's been thankfully not ripping them apart like she used to do. Although right now she is just sprinting around. Took her on a walk right before the stream because she always tends to need to go pretty frequently. We got new DLC dropping this month. Very excited. I really hope that they give us some legit shiny hunting methods for it. I don't know if I'm gonna sit there and complete the decks for the DLC or just shiny hunt, because I am running low on box space because I've hunted so many shinies already, and having the complete decks eats up quite a bit. I have caught a Mawile from doing this method earlier. This is probably a couple weeks ago. But I was checking out before the stream, what the best route to do was, and I realized just climbing up this ladder makes everyone kind of spawn in. Out of all the routes. Just took my car into the shop, and of course, it starts acting up. You take it in, and that's the moment that the car decides to run perfectly fine. They said the benefit was the engine showed that there, I guess there's a chip or something that stores any faults, and it did say that something happened, but they weren't able to find anything wrong. That barking is the dog probably trying to play with one of the cats. It's supposed to storm quite a bit later. It's another December Community Day. It's crazy. Last week we had the November one, which they picked the last day in November to do for whatever reason. And then the first week of December we got the December Community Day. Did some hunting yesterday with my wife. We got a few shinies. I was just happy to get a couple I hadn't gotten before, like a Carablast. Because I shiny hunt, during that community day I had to work. But thankfully with my new job working over in the recovery area, weekends are a little less demanding, so we don't have to work as many of them. So yeah, we'll stick with area 9, do a day-night cycle, then go to area 18, do a day-night cycle, and then we'll kind of play it from here by there with that. Climb at the ladder. I'm gonna go grab my dog real quick. She's driving me crazy. Josie, get your butt over here. Come on. Sorry about that. Yeah, she was sitting on one of the couches because it has a bunch of throw pillows, so she like hides under the throw pillows and barks at the cats. But she just has that puppy energy, you know, you can't fault her for that. Yeah, I'm finally at the point in Legend ZA, since I've completed quite a bit of the dex entries. I'm finally noticing a few more shiny spawning in like the early area. My problem is I get very like ADD when I'm playing it. So I'll see a massive mass outbreak for stuff, and then I just run around just catching whatever, battling whatever. And then I have to like stop myself after a while to kind of hone in on like specific Pokemon. But it's definitely going well. It's not quite as bad as I expected. It's definitely incredibly time consuming, but it'll absolutely be worth it when I can just fly around and everything has just slightly better shiny odds. It'll make for better streaming content. Yeah, I think when I was doing this off stream a couple weeks ago, I've gotten Sableye, Mawile, and Carbink all spawned for me. There's a Carbinker right there. Really hoping that Alpha spawns. And I hope this dog isn't tearing up the house. Debating on doing an Area 20 stream, but it's the downside to Area 20 is unless you're just like bench resetting, which is not entertaining at all to watch, the only real entertaining thing to do is to just run around in a circle. And I feel like that's also probably not the funnest thing to watch. Like, there's an incredible Pokemon in there. I just don't know how enjoyable it'll be for people to watch. Metroid Prime 4 just came out. I picked up my copy for the Switch 2, and I will not open it until I'm done with Hyrule Warriors. As much as I'm, you know, kind of over playing through Hyrule Warriors, because every time I boot up one of those games, like, it's fun in the very beginning, and then a lot of the middle part of the game, it just feels like a grind. Like, it feels like that series just needs like a little bit of tweaking to keep it feeling more engaged. But I eventually just get burned out from just constantly hitting the massive waves, feeling like I'm really just doing the same thing, not accomplishing anything. Like, it's the same grind concept as like Diablo and Path of Exile, but it just feels like it's missing something. And that's how I'm feeling playing through this, and so I'm really just kind of dragging my feet to finish that game. And then I'll finally boot up Metroid Prime. Which I heard was unfortunately only like 10 hours long. But we'll see. We got the puppy some new toys yesterday. Because she will just, I mean, shreds everything. Because she'll run around and chew on it, get it to squeak, and then once it stops squeaking, she pins it down and just, like, rips it apart. And then as soon as she rips it open, we toss it. But we also got her a deer antler. Our grocery store sells them, and I found every now and again I'll check to see if they have any good ones. Because the one that we bought her when we first got her, man, she's worn that thing down to like a nub. And so I found like a giant one. And I was like, heck, it was on sale too. It was like $10. And she has been just munching on that all day. I was on call at work last night. I wound up getting called in. Worked like 3 hours, give or take. 3.5 hours. And everyone, all the patients were just train wrecks. It was ridiculous. They never have that kind of stuff happen, you know, during the work week. It's always on the weekends when you're there by yourself. I gotta say, it's a great feeling when you're climbing up this ladder and you hear the bubbling sound. Cat, scoot your butt. So funny. This dog so desperately wants to play with these cats, and they just do not want to play with a giant lab. Thankfully, she's learned to kind of respect their boundaries, and sometimes she plays a little too aggressively, and we have to kind of like calm her down. This cat is staring at me like, why can't you let me sit in your lap? The dog is finally calmed down, sitting by my side, chewing on the bone. And I know if I move, she's gonna like start jumping. Sableye has such a good shiny. I really hope we get some crazy news for Pokemon Day. Like, show us the new starters for Gen 10. Hopefully announce the original games are getting a port or something. Because I know people are dying to have that on the Switch too. I did hear that they already announced that there is a, like, kind of another Celebrations pack coming out. That they did, I think it was like 5 years ago. For 25 years, they're doing something for 30 years. For the trading card game. So I'll have to pick some of those up. Alright, sun's about to go down. Let's see if I can get up the ladder and then I'll hang out up there because it'll reset everything up top. I found if you climb the ladder and you don't make it all the way up, it resets you at the bottom of the ladder. Okay, so there's no one over here. Let's see, if we're running up this. What is happening? There we go. Took the game a second. I already have a regular and an alpha Sableye, but I would love another one. He's just such a great shiny. Ah, dang it. Did not mean to do that. Oh, because it's an alpha, that's why. I was wondering why he was, like, being so aggressive. That's what she said. I ordered some N64 games from the DK Oldie site. They had like some Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale going on, and everything was reasonably priced. Like I got like some old wrestling games, and then I got Super Mario 64 because I lent that out, and the person I lent it to never gave it back. As per usual, you know, what you expect when you lend out a game. You're just not going to see it ever again. But they had that on sale for like $40. Plus I got another 10% off with like a discount code. So it was like $35. And honestly, that's like comparable to what I'd be paying on eBay anyways. Plus eBay, there's so many like fake cartridges out there. Like you see them and they look like they're a reasonable price at $25-$30, and then you inspect like the pictures that they post and you realize it's a fake. It is crazy to think of how many games are coming out soon. We got Mario Tennis right around the corner. We just got Kirby Air Riders, Metroid, Mario Tennis is coming out. Hopefully we'll get some Shadow Drop Pokemon stuff. I'm really hoping that they put like the original games on like the Nintendo what is it, like the Game Boy Classics or whatever they have for games that you can just download and play if you have the membership. I remember when they put them on the 3DS, I played through Red, and there is a trick to actually get a Mew. It doesn't even take a long time to do, but unfortunately if you try to transfer it to Pokemon Home is like, this ain't a real game. Or this ain't a real Pokemon. Wife and I just finished Fallout Season 1. I mean, obviously we've seen it before, but we rewatched it because I think next week we're supposed to be getting Season 2 starting to come out. Very excited for that. It's actually probably the next big tattoo that I want to get is I want to get the Nerd Rage perk put on my leg. It's now 1 o'clock, so in 1 hour the Pokemon event starts. Or Community Day. I wonder if there's any Pokemon in the surrounding area that'll spawn. Like there's always like Pidgeys and stuff. And I feel like those are the only things that ever want to actually pop up as a shiny. All the things you really don't want because you have 30 of it already. It's like I remember in Pokemon Legends Arceus, everyone was so excited when you booted up the game and you got that first shiny Shinx. You're like, oh my gosh, Shinx is such a great Pokemon, such a great shiny. And then by the time you beat the game, you're like, alright dude, I got like 15 of you, I really don't need any more. I think the last time I got pumped over a shiny spawning was I did get the static Luxray, the alpha Luxray to spawn in. So yeah, we'll finish out this night, then we'll head over to Area 18. I was looking at different ways to shiny hunt over there, and I found a pretty decent route. Because it's weird, it's like, there's not a lot of Pokemon. You have like a couple on the ground, and then you have a bunch up on a roof. So I just kind of weave through the bottom real quick, run up top, and then reset. And nothing. Just making sure Puppy's behaving. Because I can hear a very agitated cat. Alright, nobody. I always like to double check. In fact, let me, I'll just kind of run around the bottom here, see if I've accidentally spawned anyone in and just not noticed. A new day is dayin'. Yeah, 'cause I've had it where I spawned in a shiny and I just never got the sound because I had to turn a corner for it to trigger the sounds. So I just wanted to make sure that no one was popping up as a shiny. Alright, time to go to Area 18. The annoying part is going to be trying to cross over here. There we go. And I feel like my puppy is telling me she needs to go pee-pee, so I see 0 shinies. Let's see, Fennekin, not shiny. So what we're going to do real quick, I am going to take her on a super fast walk. I'll be right back. I just don't want her having an accident. Come on, Josie. Just go pee-pee. Nice quick pee break. Yeah, she's slowly learning to let us know when she's got to go. It's funny, she typically isn't like a big barker, but she's learned to like kind of come up and she like gives me this look. And I know she needs to go to the bathroom. Now she has the zoomies. Josie, get your butt down. I feel like that beam is a sobriety test. Like, alright, dude, walk across the beam. Can you make it okay? It's funny, a giant dog being scared of cats. My wife finally got to witness our middle cat, like, getting so aggravated she chased her. So you see this chunky little cat hauling butt after a 40-pound dog. I keep pressing the minus button like it's Legends Arceus. Trying to open the map. So I know Area 18, I was watching a streamer do this one. There is some other Pokemon I'm going to have to start checking in on. Like right over there. That Alpha Kakuna. I did it again. Nope. 0 shinies. Nope, not shiny. Let me check over here, check these guys out. Speak of the devil. There we go. Weedle. I love that sound. What? Another one? You guys aren't shiny. Where's the other shiny? Maybe if I climb up this ladder. Please don't be a bird. It's, don't see nothing. Maybe it's up this ladder. I swear I heard another one. Alright, so not shiny. Not shiny. Oh, phew. There we go, another Weedle. I'll take it, let's go. He was hiding really good. Alright. Say the alphabet backwards. Yay, we did it! And this time I remember to press the right button. I know I recently evolved to get a shiny Lopunny, but I would love for that static alpha to be a shiny. Nope. Here's an alpha, but he ain't shiny. I was real close to failing that time. Alright, doggy's laying down, the cat jumped in my lap. I just need him to not tickle me with his nose or his tail, which he's known for doing. I keep shiny checking that Alpha Kakuna. See, look at what he's doing with his tail. Can you see it? Can you see his tail? Cat, what are you doing? What do you want? And no shiny Kakuna. Outstretch your arm and touch your nose. Cat, that is very ticklish. Please stop. Check here. Not shiny. But like all women, she's angry. No shiny Kakuna. Alright, cat, that's very ticklish. Please stop. Get off. And I survived the balance beam. Climb up top and no shinies. Figure it's best if I don't go through that gate because I'm just going to aggro someone. Not shiny. Also not shiny. Also not shiny. Story of my life. I'll definitely take those Weedles though. He's not a Pidgey or a Fletchling. Ooh, someone's an alpha. Let me see if there's any Pokemon over here. As much as I keep making fun of the birds, I will still catch them. Nope, no one spawns. Okay. that Kakuna wants to be a little green, I would appreciate it. Alright, Kakuna, you're allowed to bling. I do have to commend them for taking probably the worst idea for a Pokemon game, the whole thing taking place in a city, and doing a fairly good job with it. Like, I definitely was nervous with this game coming out. But I was like, you know what, if anyone's going to do it, the Legends team is going to make something happen. And I'm pretty happy with the outcome. And if the DLC brings us a legit shiny hunting method, then I will be even happier. Oh, I forgot to see where the sun was at. Oh no, I still got a minute. I always like to have at least some Pokemon in my proximity whenever the time changes. Ooh, an alpha. I would have pooped my pants if that was a shiny. I do have a buddy managed to get shiny Froakie. I'm very jealous. Such a solid Pokemon. He evolved it up to Greninja. I did finally crack and evolved my Tepig into Pyroar. Or Pyroar. Emboar. I was holding out for a Charmander so I could run around with that shiny Charizard, but I love the blue flames too. No shiny. crap. Run, 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 run. Get them all in there. That's what she said. And then the time resets. Ooh, that puppy tired herself out. Until I forgot it was Snowybat. Maybe we can luck out with the shiny. Alright, let's go see if we got any more Weedle. Nope. Yeah, please get your wet nose off of me. I think it's smart of them to be releasing the DLC when they are. I know it's very soon after the game came out, but there really is not like a tremendous amount of content for this game. Like, I think I've already streamed just about every area that you can stream in. I was doing a massive outbreak in Legends Arceus, and I got a shiny Alpha Glameow. I was so pumped. Cat, you were going to get pushed out of my lap. You need to simmer down. Between his whiskers and his tail. Feels like he's actively trying to tickle me. If that Lopunny decides to be an alpha this stream, I will permanently add it to my party. And no shiny, no shiny. Just keeping an eye on the dog. It's funny, usually when I go streams like this where that first hour is just like a lot of nothing, I'll suddenly get like 5 at once. I mean, I know I caught a couple Weedle, but really hoping for like a big hitter. I got 3 alphas on this route. So hopefully one of them pops. I think what I might wind up doing is I'll do another day cycle here and then a night cycle for area 9. Because that impacts which static alpha spawns in. Day versus night. Whereas this area, everything stays the same. And I already have a couple Noibat. I need to find a day this week or something where I just sit down with my wife and finish grinding out her shiny charm for her. She has like the big hurdles done. She just needs to finish out her Pokedex with some of the trade Pokemon. And then, what else does she need? It's just like catch 50 of whatever. Oh, Punny, why you no shine? Nobody wants to bling for me? Let me check up here. Never hurts to check every now and again. There's an area where there's a Garbodor and Trubbish. There's 3 Trubbish and a Garbodor. And I was shiny hunting something else. And I was like, let me just check the area. And I checked the area and 2 of the Trubbish and the Garbodor were all shinies. So that reset should have 2 alphas there. Not shiny. Also not shiny. I'm getting a little bit better with that balance beam. Not shiny. Not yellow. Good Quinn, I need you green. I really hope that they stop putting Pokemon games on the Nintendo Switch and just do Switch 2. Because that little extra bit of like oomph that they can put in with the Switch 2's power will make a giant difference in quality of game. Like, everyone was really pumped over the Switch 1 finally getting Pokemon games, but that is an 8-year-old console. Let's move forward. Nobody green. Oh, that run was questionable. For a brief second, I saw that little gate thing from up top, and I thought it was a shiny Swablu. And still not shiny. It's okay, Kakuna. I'll still never get over the fact that the Pokemon TV show had Meowth fantasize about Buneri, Gardevoir, and Glaceon. Like 3 fetish Pokemon in a kid show. had quite a few alphas. It's raining a little bit outside, so I think that might be helping keeping the puppy sleeping. Because normally she'll take a nap, but after a little bit she's up and running. It's gonna be wild if this whole run is just me walking away with 2 Weedles. That's why I feel like a really good one will pop off soon. Again, this route covers 3 alpha Pokemon. And we check. Whole lot of nada. I need to start watching Christmas movies. I just realized, man, it's December 7th. My wife and I have not watched a single Christmas movie yet. Every year, I watch A Muppet Christmas Story. It is my all-time favorite. Yeah, it took them a second to spawn in there. No shinies. Genie go potty again? Alright, give me 1 second. I'm gonna run her outside real quick. It's been about 40 minutes since we last went, so she probably needs to go. Come on, puppy. Nice quick pee break. Thankfully, she's learning to tell me, like, hey, take me outside real quick. Because I'd much rather have to stop the stream for a couple minutes every 30 minutes than to walk around my house and see that she peed in 4 different spots. Because she'll do that in the course of 5 minutes. She's chewing on a bone. Or I should say deer antler. Little punny with how excited I get over Buneri being a shiny. I'd really appreciate it if you would sparkle for me. Give me some of that bling. Sun's getting low. As well as my patience with shiny hunting. Oops. I finally did it. Finally failed the beam walk. Now I'm gonna get nervous every time I cross it. I got so confident. Now that has been shattered. Thankfully all those guys are like super obvious if they're shinies. Come around up here, and nobody looks like they're sparkly. What about Fennekin? Nope. He ain't shiny, they ain't shiny. She ain't shiny. Kakuna ain't shiny. Nope. Alright, so it's about over. Let's see if any of these want to sparkle for me. Man, that's some doo-doo. I got 2 shiny Weedles. In all that time. It's now 2:01, so hope everyone has a good Pokemon Community Day. I'm gonna be heading out in like 40 minutes. Alright, where's area 9? There we go. So we'll continue this route. Because again, we cross quite a few variations of Pokemon, so I think this is the best route to go. Because I get him, I get all of them, I get these Mawile. I got a puppy still chewing on that deer antler. I'm going to spawn out as quickly as I could because alphas usually aggro a little bit quicker. Man, it is dark and gloomy out there. It is raining quite a bit, and the next few days it's supposed to be like high of 65, low of 50. It's gonna be really nice in Florida. The only downside is it always has to rain and then get cold. Sitting behind me with the deer antler now. Keep forgetting to do this season. I need to do this season so I can get the extra Mega Stone. I know that they keep tacking on each season so you don't lose them, or you don't lose the opportunity to get them, but I don't want them to turn around and announce next season, you don't get it, and then I'm like a couple days out and I get busy. And I need to remember to check that other path whenever it's going to change the time to see if anyone spawned over there. I like that I lose aggro as soon as I hit the top of the ladder. Josie. What you doing? She started messing with my stuff, so I wanted to make sure that she came back over. Can you go potty again? Is that it? You want to go potty? You go potty? Okay. I'll be right back. We're going to go potty. So she giving me that look. I see you. Let's go. Alright, so that time she did not go pee. She just wandered around sniffing stuff. But I'd much rather deal with taking a minute to take her on the walk than risk her. Josie! 1 second. Dog, get your butt over here. Come on. You know you're not allowed on that bed. You stinker. What are you doing? Hmm? Dawn is approaching, but I'm still at 0 shinies for this area. Josie. Huh. For some reason, there was a cat toy over there. And nothing. Alright, we'll finish up this one and then I'll go back over to area 18. See if I can't get one of those alphas to pop for us. Because 9 has not been generous at all. I mean, 18 is sucked as well, but at least we get a little bit more popping off. I have no idea where the dog is, but she hasn't had any accidents. I just walked her, so hopefully she's fine. Alright, we'll climb up this ladder one last time and then head back over to 18. And then we'll run through one more day cycle in 18 and probably call it there. Because that'll put us around the 2-hour mark, which is about how long I like to do these shiny hunts for. I mean, it would go longer, but having a dog makes it a little difficult. She's still a puppy. Plus, my wife left her phone, so I got shiny hunt for her, so I need to do an hour of that. So I gotta wear the dog out a little bit, put her in the crate, and then go shiny hunt real quick. Ah. Yeah, I tried to save it by landing up here and I missed. No shine of Bagon. Still no shine of Bagon. Breaking my heart. Low punny you too. I don't even want to talk to Kakuna. Alright, sobriety test. We passed. Yay! Climb up here and nothing. Just a hyperactive puppy. She's definitely awake from her nap now. And now she's being chased by a cat. Get your butt down. 1 second. Come on, hey. Get your butt over here. Where's your other bone? You got all these toys to play with. Leave the poor cat alone. Get your butt down, dog. Bouncing around all over the place like that. You weirdo. Give me like 20 minutes and I'll wrestle with you. Thank God she at least lets me clip her claws. Because she gets some real sharp nails. These crazy animals, man. She so desperately wants to play with the cat. And he's just like, Josie, hey. Oops. That's what I get for not paying attention. Nope, you don't get to bite me. You dork. Yeah, I taught her very early on she cannot clamp down when she bites. It's all just play biting. But her teeth are still sharp. That silly puppy. Yeah, thankfully there's a thrift store close by us that sells a bunch of like animal toys and stuff. Their whole thing is about just taking care of animals and pet adoption. That's actually where we got her from. And so we've just been getting toys from them because they sell everything so cheap. Because she just shreds through it. I don't want to go spend, you know, $10, $20 on a bunch of dog toys. And she eats them in a week. Where'd she go? I don't know. That silly puppy, man. Finally. Oh, it's the Altaria. Heck yeah. Dude, let's go. Altaria's the shiny. What am I doing? I'm trying to save. Dude, heck yeah, man. Let's do it. Let's get a selfie while you attack me. Alright, now swing the other way to attack me, Altaria. Or don't. You know, that works too. Let me heal up. Let's see, can I get one like this? Oops. Rounds. Why? Nope, I got knocked out. Alright, I guess we're just catching it. We're not going to get a picture with it. But that's my first Altaria. I do have a Swablu that I caught from a different area. So we are going to catch this bad boy right now. Go bubbling for us. That's what I'm talking about. Bam! Right in his face. I said bam! Stay in the ball. These are expensive, so please stay in the ball. Thank you. Alright, so now I want to check something. We'll see how far that is from spawning in here. Too far to spam to get that to spawn as a shiny. So I can't just fly in, I have to actually check. But heck yeah, man, dude, Altaria, dude, that's sweet. That is such a good shiny. Even though it is not one of my favorites, I will say. I know that it does have a nice Mega Evolution. Alright, puppy looks like she's calming down a little bit. Although she is eating my chair. Alright, last 10-ish minutes of the stream. Let's see if we can get one more. Because usually towards the end is when everything starts to pop off for me. That was definitely some hype, though. I'm so glad they put that shiny sound in there because it's like such a dopamine rush when you just hear that little like jingle. Little punny, I know it just caught a shiny, but you don't have to be jealous. You can also, you know, be a little pinkish. I won't be upset. You know what they say, low punny, more problems. That was a really bad joke, I'm sorry. Let's Run around, and I hear no sparkler sounds, although Altaria already spawned back in. Alright, dog, stop chewing on that. You stop chewing on that. You got all these bones right here, look. You chew on that. She has 2 deer antlers, and what does she want to chew on? My chair. Not shiny. How could you, little bunny? If Lil Punny was a rap artist, would her name be Lil Punny? I'll stop. Catchability, just throw balls until they're in there. Just keep lobbing them. Man, this was a quick 2 hours. Crazy to think I've been streaming for 2 hours just about. Probably because I have to be a little more active with this shiny hunt, because I have to actually like, run around these loops and parkour. I didn't have to chase after the dog as much today. Yeah, once it hits nighttime, I'll check those Weedle over there, see if any of them wanted to spawn as a shiny, and then we'll call it. Then I will go shiny hunt to Pokemon Go. So we got a nice community day going. I really just, since I'll be driving through this community day, I typically just turn our gotchas on, and there's a route that I take where by the time I finish like a lap, a new round of Pokemon has spawned in. And we get quite a few spawns because it's a really like populated area. Nope. Whole lot of nada. Let me climb up here. And nothing. And she did not win a Sparkle for us this stream. It's okay, it only ruined my day, little bunny. Let's check this Kokona. But seriously, thank you guys so much for jumping on, chatting, and hanging out while I shiny hunt. I hope that you all are having a super great week. Greater than none of these wanting to be shiny for me. But stay safe. God bless. I hope that you all have a great, winter vacation if you guys go on vacation. If you're in school, enjoy your Christmas break and go to church. Dedicate your life to God. Have a great and wonderful rest of your week. Thank you so much.